Hi, and welcome back to my program. Once again, thank you to everyone that is watching, subscribing, liking, and sharing. We really appreciate it. Now, as I told you in the last video, I'm about to teach part 2 of But God. Last video we talked about how easy it is for us to be deceived and blame God for the bad things that happen in our lives. And things do happen in our lives, all of us. But it didn't come from God, and we need to know that. But today I want to show you a new expression that we use, and I've heard it so many times from the Christians. And it goes like this: but God. You see, it's used in the middle of a sentence usually. In the beginning of the sentence, they may be telling you how the doctor said they only had a year to live. That was my story. But God. Or someone that was about to go bankrupt. But God. Or someone that had lost their job. But God. You see, God is the turning point for the Christian. When we began to take all these burdens to the Lord and we trust Him, then things begin to happen. And let's just say testimonials is where I've heard it most. But God, it was always the turning point. So I'm going to challenge you today on this channel. Would you, in the comments below, write a but God experience in your life? Have you had a healing where you weren't supposed to be alive to this day, but God? Have you had a job that was restored to you, but God? Feel free to leave testimonies. Whether you leave your name or not, that's okay. But leave testimonies for the others to read as well. And then as we share our testimonies, we can grow in faith as the body of Christ. So I appreciate everyone that would leave a testimony. So I want to share with you, I'm going to call it the Exodus chapter 14 experience. And I want to just kind of walk through the but God. You see the Israelites being led by Moses at the direction of God. They were being led away from their enemy, the Egyptians. And in chapter 14 we see where they have left the Egyptian camp, and they are heading out to their promised land. But at this point, they are now facing the Red Sea. And if they look backward, they see the Egyptians hotly pursuing them, chasing after them to capture them, bring them back as slaves once again, or to kill them. But the Israelites they can't go anywhere. There's the Red Sea. And they can't go to the left, they can't go to the right, and they certainly can't look to the back. That's where the enemy is. They have no place to go. They're trapped, or so it feels. But as I started this, I said that they were led by Moses, directed by God. And so we know God didn't take them that far just to have them killed or recaptured and drugged back again. No, He was leading them out. But they faced a Red Sea. And they couldn't travel across it. But God gave Moses an order to part the water, and Moses obeyed step by step what God told him to do, and the waters parted like I would imagine a big wall of water. And God breathed, and now then the land dried up. So now the Israelites can go across with their children, their family, their supplies, everything. They walk right on across that dry land. Now then, those Egyptians. Remember I said they were in hot pursuit. They see the Israelites going across. Their eyes are on the Israelites, and their eyes are not on God. In fact, their eyes are so shut from God, or hidden, that they block God out of their thoughts. They've ignored God. And in parts of the Old Testament it talks about God doesn't care. He's not paying any attention to us. Well, that's the way the Egyptians felt. God's not paying any attention to us. Well, we'll just go right on across. Now, who parted the Red Sea? God. Why? To get the Israelites across. He didn't have the same provision and plan for the Egyptians. Instead, it was to capture the Egyptians. You see, God took the Israelites to safety to the other side, and then immediately the waters folded over the Egyptians and drowned every one of them. Their horses, chariots, people, all gone. All of the Israelites' enemy that had pursued them was all gone. God saved them that day in such a way that you could only say, but God. Whenever we've had these miracles in our lives, in our personal lives, and we look back and we know there's no way it could have happened. It couldn't have happened. It shouldn't have happened. But God. Those are testimonies worth sharing. We know that the Egyptian Israelite story has been in the Bible for all these years to be shared. Why? Because we need to know this God, the one that loves us so much and can do anything, including miracles, whatever it takes to get us to that safe point in our life. So I was also thinking about what David said. He said in Psalm chapter 60, verses 11 through 12 in the New King James, "Give us help from trouble, for the help of man is useless. Through God we will do valiantly, for it is He who shall tread down our enemies." Now think about it. The Israelites, there wasn't anything man could do at that moment. They've got the enemy behind them. They can't go left or right, and there's a sea in front of them. The help of man was absolutely useless for them at that moment in time. No man could do what would be required to save an entire nation in a single day. No man. The help of man was useless. But through God we will do valiantly, for it is He who shall tread down our enemies, whatever your enemy is today. Health, finances, yes, bankruptcy is an enemy. Broken homes, marriages, children. Whatever the issue is, God, but God. He is able to do more than enough to meet all of our needs today. Trust Him and have that turning point in your testimony, but God. Don't forget to leave your testimony. I want to read them. Thank you for sharing with us today and for watching. God bless you.